Did you know that Elizabeth I was famously proud of her hands? From a very young age, Elizabeth admired her long, slender fingers, and artists were carefully instructed to emphasize them in her portraits, even in paintings created when she was only around 13 years old. Her hands are already placed prominently on display, delicate, graceful, and impossible to ignore. As Elizabeth grew older and eventually became queen, this visual detail became part of her carefully crafted royal image. Throughout her portraiture, her hands appear again and again as symbols of elegance and authority. In many paintings, they are posed with extraordinary care, holding a rose, resting on luxurious fabrics, or delicately grasping symbolic objects. Every finger is elongated and refined, almost unnaturally perfect. But her fascination with her hands extended far beyond portrait paintings. Elizabeth used her hands as part of royal ceremony and court etiquette. When noblemen, ambassadors, or courtiers came before her, she would sometimes remove her gloves and offer her bare hand for them to kiss, an act considered a rare honor and a visible sign of royal favor. To kiss the Queen's uncovered hand was not simply polite tradition. It was a powerful political gesture. And then there were the gloves themselves. During the Elizabethan era, gloves were considered luxury items, richly embroidered, perfumed, jeweled, and crafted from the finest materials available. Elizabeth owned many extravagant pairs, and remarkably, several examples believed to belong to her still survive today. One of the most famous is her coronation glove, worn during the ceremony that transformed her into queen. When placed beside the coronation glove of Elizabeth II centuries later, the craftsmanship is astonishing. Intricate embroidery, delicate stitching, and regal ornamentation fit for a monarch. Another pair of gloves, believed to have been gifted to Elizabeth during her visit to University of Oxford in 1566, gives historians an even more fascinating clue. The gloves appear surprisingly narrow and delicate, and perhaps the portraits were telling the truth all along. Maybe Elizabeth truly did possess the long, graceful fingers she was so eager to display to the world. One of the best examples can be seen in the famous sieve portrait, where Elizabeth holds a sieve in her hand, while every finger is carefully illuminated by the artist. The effect is unmistakable. The Queen wanted her hands to be seen, not merely as beautiful, but as royal. So the next time you look at a portrait of Elizabeth I, don't look first at the crown, the jewels, or the elaborate gowns. Look at the hands, because hidden inside those carefully painted fingers was something far more important than vanity. A queen shaping her image with absolute precision, long before the age of modern celebrity branding. This was history, but strange. If you enjoy the strange, beautiful, and unsettling side of history, make sure to subscribe. And next, watch the shocking true story of Elizabeth of Austria, the rebellious empress who scandalized 19th century Europe.